Welcome to the 8th in our Aurea evaluation software video series. In this lesson, we will learn how to parameterize the touch detection feature. Firstly, we will have a short overview of touch detection, then we will go through the different parameterization steps. In all, 5 parameters are available: touch threshold, release threshold, max tap duration, and max double tap duration. The sensor touch is a multi-zone gesture that reports up to 5 concurrently performed touches on the system's electrodes. The sensor touch provides information about touch and tapping. Let's start with the touch. The sensor touch indicates an event during which a GestIC electrode is touched. This allows distinction between short and long touches. The tap and double tap indicate short taps and double taps on each system electrode. The maximum tap and double tap durations are adjustable. And coming back to our touch detection parameterization, as we can see, we have all 5 parameters that need to be adjusted. Let's start with the first parameter, which is touch threshold. As we can see, we have 5 different thresholds, 1 slider for each electrode. This threshold specifies the SD values that have to be exceeded to validate the touch event. The range is 0 to 16,000 LSB. The horizontal line in the level window is adjusted according to the slider value. What do we have to do here? Well, we have to adjust the touch threshold for each electrode. Let's take an example. We want to adjust the threshold for the center electrode. Firstly, we increase the slider to its maximum value. Then we touch the center electrode in its geometric center and move our finger to the borders of the electrode while touching. We then adjust the corresponding touch threshold according to the displayed SD value while our finger is positioned on the electrode. If touches are missed, we may need to decrease the touch threshold. The second parameter is the release threshold. The touch state is released if SD value drops below a threshold which is calculated by SD value on start of touch multiplied by release threshold. The slider can be adjusted between 50% and 100%. Let's adjust the release threshold for the center electrode. First, we increase the slider to the maximum value. Then we have to touch the center electrode in its geometric center and change the hand posture. If the touch state becomes released, but we are still touching, then we have to decrease the release threshold. If we lift our finger from the surface, but touch state is still signaled, then we have to increase the release threshold. The next parameter determines the minimum approach speed required to detect a touch event. If we experience that a touch is only detected if the finger approaches quickly, we have to decrease min approach speed. However, when min approach speed is set too low, false alarms may occur when a finger is approaching slowly but not touching. Setting the parameter to 0, the touch detection does not depend on the speed and is only configured by the threshold parameters. As an example, we want to detect a touch at 10 mm on the west electrode. For that, we use a foam block of 10 mm. First, we place the foam block on the west electrode. While touching the electrode, we adjust the new threshold according to the displayed SD value. As we can see, this is not enough to detect the touch. Thus, we have to decrease the minimum approach speed until the touch is recognized. The next parameter is the max tap duration. A single tap is only detected when the timing between a touch and the release of the touch event is smaller than the adjusted delay max tap duration. Increasing the time gives us more time to perform the tap. The range for the adjusted delay can be between 0 and 1 second. Here, by default, We have 0.4 seconds between the two tap touches, which is a good duration to perform a tap. Let's decrease this parameter. As we can now see, the tap is no longer recognised because our tap is not fast enough. The last parameter is max double tap duration. The double tap is detected when two taps are performed within the adjusted delay max double tap duration. The range for the adjusted delay can be adjusted from 0 to 1 second. The smaller the selected delay, the faster the two taps have to be executed. Let's take the same example as we had previously, a single tap, but now adjust for double tap. Let's decrease the slider. As we can see, only tap information is reported and the double tap is no longer recognised. This tutorial described touch detection parameterization.